Okay, g'day, Rudy here. Welcome to the my growth portfolio ETFs. If this is your first time viewing, welcome. This is what I refer to as the king. It's the MVR ETF, made up of 31 of our mining stocks. This is the one I reckon should be a core holding. Now the idea of this video is I'm not going to go because there's a few of them. I'm just going to go through them all because I'll leave at the end of this a playlist. So if you want to delve into it, like for example MVR, there's a whole 15-minute spiel about the companies sitting underneath it. But this is the one I reckon should be a core of the portfolio. Got a target price for it over the medium term up here, so that's just to give you a feel for it. Now for those of you who haven't, if you're a VAS or VGS type of person, so this is a ratio of MVR over VAS. So when this goes up, it means MVR is outperforming VAS. This is MVR over VGS, so it's been again outperforming VGS. This is MVR over the NASDAQ, so he's still now starting to outperform the NASDAQ. So an MVR is not the growth, he's just your tank, I call him. Because the other portfolio I have is my RERP. It's the ultimate resource portfolio. Started on the 16th of June, and so we're up, put in 100, we're up 25% already, and that's just starting. So what's in it, and these are all my ninjas. So we got gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rare earths, lithium, uranium, copper, and some emerging markets. And you can see here it's basically equal weighted except for my favourite girl, Silj. We'll get to her. So the idea is to have MVR as your core and then load it up with some ninjas. So the reason I'm bullish on all those resource ETFs is because this thing here, the gold price is going up and it'll keep going up. Okay, so some of these ETFs are on the ASX and some of them are on the New York Stock Exchange. So GDX is your global gold miners, doing very well. This one's hard to say. It's probably not too late to get in, but for those older viewers, we had plenty of warnings on these. But anyway, you'll get a feel if you're new just for what you can get into. Then there's the MNRS, which is same global gold producers except it's hedged. It's my preferred one because this is miners over GDX. Because the Aussie dollar is going up, this will outperform the GDX. Okay, then this is the one in my RERP portfolio, the GDXJ. So this is made up of more mid-tier gold miners. It's on the New York Stock Exchange, 82 companies in it. But there's a whole bunch of our Australian gold producers in here: Capricorn, Emilius, Perseus, Volt, Regis. I won't go on. So these are all our big players are sitting in this ETF. Why do I prefer? Because this is GDXJ over miners. So in the bull market, the smaller companies start outperforming the bigger companies. So you can see I could expect this trend to continue, but there's nothing wrong with miners. Okay, and then we've got my favourite one, Miss Silj. Just go to a monthly chart. So this is made up of global silver producing companies. We don't have anything on the ASX that matches the level of the ETFs unlike the gold ones. Is it too late? No, she hasn't even started. Like if we do a target price for her, we basically you take the depth of the cup there, and then we add it to the breakout. So that gives us a target price up here of $32. Not tomorrow, over the medium term. So that one is definitely not too late to get into, and that's the one I'm overweight in. Anyway, that's enough time on her. To get exposure to the physical silver price in Australia, ETP MAG. I don't think it's too late to get that. And I should say that all these ETFs are outperforming MVR, so they're going to be outperforming VAS, VGS and NASDAQ. Now the food ETF, this is a global food agriculture. It's not a shoot the lights out one, but it's a nice diversified one. That's good to go now. That's nice to buy, give you some exposure to global agricultural. There's the wire ETF, that's on the ASX. This is your big global producers. I don't think that's too late. That's going to take out the highs. Then there's my preferred one, which is COPJ. So this is on the New York Stock Exchange, 43 companies. It's got a whole bunch of our so we've got a whole list of ASX copper stocks like Sandfire, Hot Chili, A1, AIS. I won't go through them all. So a fair bat gathering. So a nice pullback to here would be nice, and that'd be a good buy. What I prefer COPJ over. This is COPJ over wire. So going up, that means COPJ is outperforming, so it's having a bit of a pullback. But the wire one is just as good on the ASX. And we've got uranium, so we've got URNM ETF here on the ASX. So this is your bigger uranium companies. And as I said, I'll leave a playlist at the end which goes through in detail all of these ETFs that I'm going through. Is that too late to buy? No, I don't think so. URNJ, so this is on the New York Stock Exchange. So these are your more mid-tier uranium players. That looks like it probably wants to come back. I should have a little come back to support and be a good buying opportunity. Then we've got the fuel ETF. So these are your global oil and gas, like your Chevrons, your Exxons, and whatnot. So they're just trading sideways. But I think they will break out at some stage. I do have an exception for ETFs in this oil and gas space. I reckon there's nothing wrong with buying some Woodside. It's the big boy, and he's coming down to a nice buy area, in my opinion. So that's the only exception to ETFs. There's LitP. So this is the in America. So if you don't follow lithium, they got a bit of a smack this week. But I reckon that's coming into a buying opportunity. Then there's REMX, which is your rare earths on the New York Stock Exchange. That's a buy. Then on the ASX, we do have this XMET, which is it's got a whole bunch of copper, lithium, nickel, cobalt, silver, rare earths. So I'd rather people buy the LitP's REMX, because you get more companies within that particular area, whereas this one just has like the top two of each. But if you can't be bothered opening a US account, then this is as good as you're going to get on the ASX. and I reckon that's probably a good buying opportunity now. There's this SPPP, that's in the RERP. So this is a platinum, just physical platinum and palladium. So that looks like a buy. On the ASX, you can buy this platinum ETF, ETP MPT. So that looks pretty good. And ETP MPD, which is palladium. Whereas this SPPP is both of them together. And there's another one which I don't mind actually, is this ETP MPM, which has got your gold, silver, palladium and platinum in it. I reckon that's good. That's probably good to buy now. And then a new addition, it's not in the RERP, but I reckon it's pretty good, this DTEC ETF on the ASX, Defence Technology Stocks. I reckon that's a goer. And the last lot's in the RERP. We've got some emerging market ETFs. We've got IEM. So that's got a China, India, Taiwan, Korea. And that looks really bullish. It looks like it's going to take out the highs and go for a run. And there's IAA. Just has different country weightings, so there's no India in this one. Overweight Taiwan, China, so it's got them all in there. So I'm very bullish emerging markets. That's why it's in the RERP. All right, so that's my list. So if you're going to start for growth, I'd say you start with this one, MVR. He's not going to shoot the lights out like the ninjas. But he's a good base to go from, and as I said, I'll leave a playlist so you can check out all those ETFs, and let us know your thoughts. Alright, see ya.